Hey Hannah, it's your dad. The light's weird in this hotel room in New York, so I'm going full vlogger mode. I've got it on my tripod so I can kind of move around as I talk and think. But I wanted to kind of answer your question. Your question was really about just kind of like asserting control, and if I had ever had problems with that. Definitely every teacher has had issues with classroom management, and you just get better at it over time. It can get really ugly though. I remember my first year was pretty good, but I was in a rural area and all the kids were pretty good. But when we moved to Bozeman, I had good classes, mostly my AP classes, but I also had one earth science class that just went horribly wrong from like day one. The kids were kind of like disrespectful, and I didn't really establish boundaries right away, and it just, like, that situation just gets worse all year. Now, they were a bunch of really difficult kids. I'm not making excuses, but like, yeah, it was the closest I've ever come to not wanting to teach or to just quit outright. Like, it was really hard. And so classroom management is important. You get better and better at it over time, but I definitely, like, for me, there's definitely teacher voice where I try to take control of the situation. And the only reason why is that I've been in so many classrooms where there's not good management and learning just doesn't take place. And so if you really think the kids should be learning, you kind of have to establish that and just know that it's like, it doesn't get any easier. And a lot of it has to do with just communicating really directly what your expectations are. Today I learned the power of assessments. I know we were talking yesterday on the car about summative and formative. For me, as we talk about those things, like, the most important one is what we're doing right now. So that's that reflective self-assessment, and that should be me assessing my knowledge, me asking questions like of where I am. And that's something I don't always do. Work with teachers today. I was talking about the importance of reflective self-assessments, and then I got to the end of the day and I just didn't have them reflect, which is just bad practice. And so it's something I'm working on more and more. I enjoyed our conversation yesterday on essential questions. You know how much I love essential questions, but like, what were we talking about? Is it dark where you are? That was one of my essential questions. I think you could ask yourself that right now. Like, is it dark where you are? But I wanted to give you not a question, but I want to give you a challenge. So, you know, I love essential questions. And so what could be an essential question or two that we could use on the channel? So it kind of drive our discussion in the next little bit. So that's it. I wish I was better vlogging. I'm sure I'm shaking around a lot. Let's see. Is it dark where you are?